Hey everyone, this is Ben and thank you for joining us on this episode of the Semper Gumby channel. Well, this is a freak day for winter. We were in the teens about a week and a half ago. Today we're going to be in the mid 60s to almost 70 degrees. So I figure, why don't I just come out here and show you guys what it's been like living off the grid at my homestead. And it's been about 6 months. And you know, a lot of folks, when they think of off the grid, you know, it's like, hey, I'll just get up in the morning, make a cup of coffee, I'll sit down on the porch and just kind of read or something and just stay like that. But that's not true. Living off the grid requires a lot of work. It is also, there's a lot of things that you need to take in consideration. And I've learned in the last 6 months that there is a lot to do and a lot involved in it. Now, I've been dispersed camping and boondocking and camping for, you know, weeks on end. But when you start living off the grid at a location, there's a lot to this. So let's go check it out. And I'm going to show you what I do on a daily basis. Now, the summer was great. And, you know, it was a little warm, but I was traveling, so I was not here in Tennessee. But living off the grid in the winter takes a lot of preparation, and it is totally different. And I'm going to show you what I've done to keep warm and how I survive on a daily basis. You want to help me? Or free? Chloe. Here. But and since we don't have a well here, I have to keep my gallon jugs filled up. But I fill it up over at a buddy's place for now till I get some larger tanks. And what I use is just this electric pump right here, USB powered. Now in the winter, I got to keep this level topped off because in the middle of the night when it gets cold, I'll turn on my diesel heater, but it's going to be in the 70s and it is humid today. It's hot, but I got about half a tank. This is my H calorie TB Max, and I've got it, if you look at it, piped out. Now for this section of the video, I'm going to have to do a voiceover because I forgot to turn on my mic because I was so consumed of what happened here with my wood burning stovepipe. And I'd like to show you guys this, so hopefully it does not happen to any of you. Now I learned the hard way the other night. Now I do have a bunch of wood and I've cut it up, but burning wet wood in a stove is a bad idea. I didn't know any of this, but it is recommended that the moisture content be almost below a certain level. And I can't remember what it is offhand, but you do not want to burn wet wood. It produces minimal heat and creates excessive smoke and dangerous creosote. Now, it's a buildup at major fire risks that can happen. Now take a look inside of this stovepipe, and that is creosote buildup. It's a major fire risk as well, and it pollutes the air. And I believe someone said that it can create like an arsenic type And I do have smoke detectors and a carbon monoxide in the cabin. But burning wet wood in a stove is a bad idea because it produces minimal heat and create excessive smoke. Now, if you're going to burn wood in your wood burning stove, they recommend using wood under 20% moisture because it's ideally seasoned and dried for 6 to 12 months. So best thing to do is split the wood, stack them off the ground for the next season. As you can see, I had to scrape each individual extension of pipe to get all this crusty buildup out from there. And it took quite a while, but I learned a lesson about burning wet wood. And so look in the pan and you will see how much soot and creosote comes out just in this one section. And then I wanted to make sure the trap was also clean all the way up to the bird screen. And what I did is I took the bottom vent trap cap off. And when I did that, I had a whole bunch of this stuff fall out. And I was really surprised that only 2 weeks of using this is how much I pulled off into the pan. So hard lessons learned, and now I know. Another one of the daily duties during the winter is checking my fuel for diesel. And I've got about a half a tank, and this H-calorie diesel heater runs, I can do a half a tank in 12 hours. So this thing ran, I had a full tank or almost a full tank yesterday, and it's about a quarter, and I ran it for the whole night at level 3. So I'll probably fill that out later today. And then of course got to make sure my batteries are charged, and I've got an app for that. I think I'm at 14%, so I'm going to probably fire up the generator and then charge up some electronics, just because I don't have my solar panels hooked up yet. This is my H-calorie TB Max. As you can see, it vents right out for the exhaust out of the cabin. But this is what I use during the colder nights as well. If I'm got my wood stove going, and then, you know, in the middle of the night where I fall asleep and I can't stoke the fire, I'll wake up and this thing will be running. We need to fire up this generator because we need to power up our power stations. Hi, Hoku. Okay. All right, we got 87%. This is probably going to take about 30 minutes to charge. Okay, once I've got them topped off, I can put them all back on here. And the 4000 is 4000 lumens. It doesn't have any colored filter on there, but it provides lighting all up on here at night, and I'll show you that tonight. But this is all charged up, ready to go. And there you go, it's ready to go, all charged up for tonight. The Devos Light Ranger 2000 has 3 filters in here. You have the amber, the red, and the white. So, and this thing puts out some pretty good light, and everything's all remote control. In the kitchen, I do have another Devos Light Ranger 1200. This is a 1200 lumen, and this one is with the amber filter. These do not have the integrated filter on there. And then you can adjust the sensitivity or the brightness by holding down the power button, and then you can you know, even conserve, you know, how many LED lights you want. And this one runs all night long right up in here in the cabin. Another thing I have in here for lighting, and it's a 12-volt system, is my Kingpin lighting bar here. This is a 40-inch bar, and I've got it wired into a 12-volt battery. So I've got some pretty good lighting in here. Now you can also change the color, and we can go red for a little bit of night vision, and It doesn't take much battery at all because it's 12-volt LED, and like I said, it provides pretty good lighting in the cabin at night. The red is good for your night vision. And lastly, I do have one more Light Ranger 2000, and that provides light on the back side of the cabin at night. I like the amber back here. On a wood burning stove, you know, you want to leave a pot of water on there, because what happens is the air will be really, really dry, and if you put a pot of water or a teapot like that, you would keep, it's sort of like a dehumidifier, and you won't dry out. So what do you think, Hoku? She loves the wood burning stove. She'll lay down right there next to it on her bed when I put it out there. So today, since it's so nice and beautiful, it feels more like a fall day. We're going to go check out the other side of my property. We're going to jump on my electric bike and see what's out there. So that way I can show you guys what else is involved in just a piece of land. Now this right here is my MOKWheel e-bike. It's the Obsidian, which is a full suspension mountain bike type e-bike. It's got front shocks, rear shocks, and some fat 4-inch tires. And I use this to go to the other side of my property or to check it out. I don't have a rack yet. And I use this because I don't have a gator or anything where I can pick stuff up. So I use this mountain bike, e-bike, to get around. And it's been really, really great. It's I like the color. It's in camo, and this is one of the things I use here on the off-grid property. I'm thinking I want to build like a small little cabin where you can just kind of chill. And, you know, sometimes I walk out here or ride my electric bike out here and just kind of relax because it's so quiet. There's no cars, there's no people back here. And I've got I think there's 100 acres that's owned in back of me. And I'm going to show that to you right now. They've got some ferns. Okay, this right here is my neighbor's property. All back here, there's over, I want to say a good 100 acres of land that runs all the way out that way. But listen how quiet it is. There's nothing around. I think it'd be nice to do a little sitting area or a porch, or, you know, where you can have a grill or something and just kind of come back here and just kind of relax. But, you know, when I purchased this property, this is what I wanted. I wanted something that's quiet, a lot of area where there's no cars, there's no neighbors close by. I mean, like in a vicinity where you can hear them snore or something like that. But this is it. So we're going to head back to the cabin. It's been a really interesting 8 months of living out here, building where I'm at today. I still got a lot more work to do, but it is slowly coming along. And let me tell you, living in a cabin and building it and fixing it up at the same time does present its challenges. But, you know, you gotta be Semper Gumby, just take it as it comes. I mean, Hoku, she loves it out here, being out in the woods. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching the channel. I hope you were able to get kind of some insights on what off-grid living is all about. I haven't done the shower. That'll be in my next video. What I do, how do I get water out there, but yeah. So, you know, if this is your first time, subscribe, like, and comment. You know, put in the comments anything you guys see or have questions on. I'll be happy to answer them for you. But tomorrow is Christmas, and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. We are headed out, actually, for a couple days. We're doing a camping trip. The weather is going to be unbelievable, and before the nasty weather comes back in. So anyway, from Hoku and I, thanks for watching. This is Ben from Off Grid Gumby out. Give me a pound. Good girl. You're such a good girl.